Free, free Palestine!
Oh, viva, viva Palestina!
Viva, viva Palestina!
Have you ever wondered who are the real players in the Palestine-Gaza war? It's a conundrum that has puzzled political analysts for decades. The Israeli Defense Forces, the United Nations, and various Arab nations are all key entities, each with their own intricate web of interests and influences. But the story is more complex than it first appears, with layers of history, politics, and human struggle interwoven. So let's dive into the complex history and unfolding events. To grasp the full picture, we need to rewind and understand the historical context. Our journey begins in the ancient city of Jerusalem. This city, rich with religious and political tensions, has been a battleground of faiths and cultures for millennia. King David's conquest of Jerusalem marked a pivotal point in its history, laying the groundwork for the establishment of a Jewish kingdom. Fast forward a few centuries and we see Herod the Great's reign, a period of architectural grandeur but also of political strife and unrest. Then came the Crusades, a series of religious wars that further heightened the city's religious tensions. Jews, Christians, and Muslims found themselves entangled in a complex web of conflict, each laying claim to the Holy City. As we inch closer to the modern era, World War I casts a long shadow over Jerusalem. The city's status quo was dramatically altered, setting the stage for the conflicts we see today. The intertwined histories of Jews, Christians, and Muslims continue to shape Jerusalem's narrative, fueled by ongoing disputes over the city's control. The story of Jerusalem is not just about a city, it's about the people who call it home. And among those voices was Shireen Abu Akleh, a trailblazing journalist who dedicated her life to telling stories others shied away from, particularly those surrounding Israeli-Palestinian issues and human rights abuses. Her tragic loss is a stark reminder of the human toll these conflicts take. Fast forward to the present, let's examine the current conflict in Gaza. The war in Gaza is not just a conflict, it's a humanitarian crisis. The brutality we see today is a striking testament to this reality. It's a war that has stripped away the livelihoods of countless Palestinians, and the occupation of their lands by Israeli forces only adds to their plight. Imagine the bustling streets of Gaza now echoing with the sounds of war, where laughter has been replaced by the cries of children. Children, who in the words of Pope Francis have become the little Jesuses of today, bearing the cross of a conflict they never asked for. But amidst the chaos, there are those who brave the storm to bring us the truth. Journalists like Shireen Abu Akleh, who risked their lives to shed light on the human rights abuses in the region. Akleh, a respected journalist for Al Jazeera, was known for her coverage of Israeli-Palestinian issues. Her tragic death while reporting in the Jenin refugee camp, however, was not just a loss for journalism, but a blow to the symbol of Palestinian resilience she had become. The war in Gaza is not just about land or politics, it's about people. People who are suffering, people who are resisting, and people who are daring to tell their stories. It's a war that has turned homes into battlegrounds and dreams into nightmares. Now that we've seen the struggle, let's explore the broader implications. The war in Gaza doesn't exist in isolation. It's a part of a larger geopolitical landscape. Arab nations such as Saudi Arabia, UAE, Egypt, and Jordan have been noticeably quiet, despite the escalating conflict. Their silence speaks volumes, highlighting the intricate political dynamics that are at play in the region. It's a stark reminder of the complexities that cloud the Arab world's stance on the Palestine-Israel conflict. Meanwhile, the United Nations, an organization established with the mandate to maintain international peace and security, has seemingly faltered in its mission. Despite numerous resolutions, debates, and interventions, the UN has fallen short in halting the war. This brings into question the effectiveness of international diplomacy and the power dynamics that control it. In the face of these challenges, it becomes clear that the conflict in Gaza is not merely a regional issue, but a global one. It's a test of our collective capacity to uphold human rights, justice, and peace. The Gaza war is a complex issue, but that doesn't mean we should shy away from it. So, we've uncovered the layers of the Gaza war. But what's next? We've delved into the depths of history, traversed the brutalities of war, and navigated the complex roles of global entities. Yet, the journey doesn't end here. It begins. It beckons us to delve deeper, question more, and understand better. The Palestine-Israel conflict, the Gaza war, it's not just a news headline, it's a human struggle. It's about lives, hopes, and dreams. It's about us as global citizens standing up for what's right.